It's Tim from Travel Wellbeing, and I am currently a senior at the University of Florida as an undergraduate student, and as my shirt suggests, I studied abroad in Spain during my junior year from September 2018 until April 2019. So in this video, I'm here to help you determine if study abroad is right for you as a college student. So doing this, I'm gonna first of all ask some rhetorical questions to help you determine if you are the right person to embark on a study abroad experience. And then after that, I'm going to answer some frequently asked questions about study abroad. And then third, I'm just going to give my own personal thoughts about how I improved as a person in a lot of ways and what I've learned from study abroad. So without further ado, here I go. Love the thrill of a new adventure? Do you love trying new foods? Do you love making new friends? Do you love history? Do you love art? Are you an extrovert? Are you ambiverted? Heck, are you even introverted? And last but not least, the big question, do you love traveling at all? If you've answered yes to any of those questions, then I strongly believe insofar that traveling abroad is right for you. Now, on to the FAQs. Question number 1. How expensive is study abroad? Isn't it like mega expensive because you have to fly and have housing? And the answer to this is just simply put, it depends. Now the more complicated answer is it really depends on what I think are 5 factors, which are, number 1, the plane travel and travel in general, even if you want to do weekend excursions while over there, that'll definitely add up to your cost. Number 2 is the program itself, whether it's a university exchange or an independent program. Number 3 is what financial aid you have, whether it's student loans or a 529 or scholarship, anything like that. I would say number 4 is depending on the cost of living of the place that you're going to abroad. And number 5, I would say it depends on the length of your program. So really those 5 factors are really important for determining the overall cost of a study abroad program. For example, my study abroad program was rather expensive because I did an independent program outside of UF for an entire academic year. And I had to use both scholarship money and 529 money to pay for it. But let me tell you, it was totally worth it. Man, I had a great time over there, and I'll talk more about my experiences towards the end of this video. Excuse me. The program was not a UF exchange, but it was an independent program ran by International Studies Abroad, ISA. And the difference between an exchange, university exchange, and an independent program is the way they cost. So for example, if you are taking out student loans, the best way to study abroad would actually be to do an independent program because that's actually likely to be cheaper. Question number 2 is, how safe is it? And the answer to this is, it really depends on which country you go, but either way, like even to any sort of foreign country, the program will always give you a safety feature, I guess a safety briefing, shall I say, a safety briefing of what to expect in that country in terms of how to remain safe, how to avoid pickpockets, what to do if there's an emergency, and how to deal with health issues like having the flu or something like that. Especially these independent programs like ISA will go over with you and that in strong detail, I would say. Question number 3 is, will I have the opportunity to be able to travel to other locations near my study abroad destination? And the answer is, I answered that a little bit already, and it's a definite yes. It is a definite yes. For example, most of the 3-day weekends that I had, which was because I never had school on Friday during my study abroad, I would often take cheap Ryanair flights and go to different cities in Spain or take a bus to Portugal, or I'd fly over to France or Italy or Germany and spend these 3 days over in these cities and get the most out of them within that little time period. But man, was it an awesome experience, I gotta tell you. So yeah, you definitely can travel to other places, actually pretty inexpensively. As I said, sometimes flights, especially during the off season, will be super cheap, at least inside the European Union. And yeah, definitely be able to take advantage of that while overseas. And I suppose even outside of Europe too, you know, being able to visit other cities near your destination. And question number 4, I would say, is the bureaucratic process for getting a residence permit, a visa, etc. really that hard? The answer to that, really, for me, was actually not really. I had to fill out an application form to be sent to the Spanish consulate in Miami, but my study abroad advisor was able to do a single run to the Miami consulate on behalf of several students, including myself. So I never had to go down to Miami to get my Spanish visa. And then while I was in Spain, because my stay was over 6 months, I had to go to City Hall to get the residence permit for students, and the study abroad coordinator over there helped me do that. So I would say do not really fuss that much about bureaucracy and visas and government and things like that, because yeah, definitely do not let that turn you off from a study abroad opportunity, because the costs are heavily mitigated by the benefits of a study abroad program. Okay, so I'm going to answer one major question left, and that is, so I am a graduating senior, or I'm soon to be graduating. I've got 1 more semester left, or I'm about to be a senior. I've got 2 more semesters left at the university. Can I still study abroad? And the answer to that is yeah, absolutely. I've known several people in my program who studied abroad, and they were about to graduate as soon as they finished the program. So yeah, it's totally feasible. It absolutely is. And why not go out with a bang, you know? Sounds like a cool idea to me. But I still think, however, that the best time to do study abroad would be during your sophomore and junior years, because it's kind of like that middle area, whereas freshman you're too new to the university system, college system, to really just pack up and go. Whereas I think as sophomores and juniors, you can easily pick up and go overseas for a new experience other than the normal college experience. And then as for being a senior, yeah, there might be some graduation stresses which might make you think, you know, studying abroad at my last semester is not a good idea. So it just depends on the person, I suppose. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about what I learned as a student studying abroad. So in a lot of ways, I learned to be much more confident in terms of being able to stand up for myself. For example, if somebody was trying to sell me something and I didn't want it, you know, for a lot of my life I was just kind of nice and I wouldn't really say anything. But over there, like, you know, I've learned to say no thank you, just back away, etc. I would also say that I've learned to become a lot more open-minded, especially with food, because in Spain I ended up eating some foods I thought I would never like, such as pork cheeks and some sort of shrimp salad with mayonnaise. I know it sounds weird to you all, maybe, over screen, but let me tell you, it's actually really good. I never thought I'd like it, but you know what? I was open-minded enough and I tried it, and it was great. Also, I ended up making friends for a lifetime there, and this is probably going to be the most important part for you. And yeah, you know what? I miss them a lot. I miss them every day. But man, they helped me create some of the best memories of my entire life. And I know that if I ever do go back there, even just for a visit, they'll be there to say hi to me. They'll be there to support me and to have a nice chat. So I've learned so much about culture and mentality and perceptions just by making friends from different countries during my study abroad. And yeah, I think that concludes this video. If you liked it, I hope that you like this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel. And I hope you also share this video for anyone who's considering studying abroad. I apologize for my stuttering, but I hope that this was very useful to you all. And yeah, have a great evening or morning wherever you are.